dun, dun, dun. Hello, beautiful people. It is me, Robin Vi Carpenter Briscoe, your favorite spiritual life coach. And I am here. Do, 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 do. Yay. I'm so excited. Sorry, my eye is like suddenly deciding to water. Random. Anyway, welcome to Friday. If you're joining me live, if you end up watching this later, then welcome to day 5. Welcome to day 5 of the magic and the crystals, our 28-day journey with the magic, supported by my book, Let's Get Stoned. The magic and the crystals. See how I did that? Anyway, I hope you are feeling well. I hope you've been enjoying the talk. We have been working our way through bit by bit. And as we know that each day it's cumulative. So if you are joining me today, excuse me, if you are joining me today for the first time, welcome. I'm grateful that you're here. And also, I need you to go back to the beginning and start on day 1, because this is a 28-day practice, which means you don't pick and choose or in and out or whatever. It's actually cumulative. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, you can't just you can't multiply. You can't get to day 5 and just kind of start doing all the things on day 5. You need to actually build. So because this is a practice, right? We're creating a practice. So if you have ever practiced for anything, then you know that you have to add a thing and do a thing and expand a thing as you're learning how to do it, right? When you ride a bike, you learn how to do this first, and then you learn how to do that. And then, because there are all these things, you got to pay attention to all this stuff. You got to balance. You got to, remember to use your signal if you're going far from your house, all kinds of stuff. Wear a helmet. So each thing adds up to the entire experience, correct? So excuse me, just like that, we are looking to live a more abundant, did I say abundant? And a more abundant, prosperous, joyful, love-filled life in the illimitable way that we can, then we have to work our way to that, especially if we haven't been living in that manner up to this point. Excuse me. Yes. I'm gonna take a drink because clearly something's going on in my throat. Woo. Anyway, okay, so let's get into it. Excuse me. Today is day 5, and it is what? Magic money. Now, if you want to talk about a thing that people are always about is money and having more of it, right? And so they're always going to the store and getting money candles and getting money incense and getting money stones and doing whatever they do. I knew a woman who would throw coins into different corners of her business so that she was always surrounded by money. People have lots of rituals around money, and it is important to understand that having a lot of rituals around money is not going to actually bring you more money if you don't start with what? Gratitude. Yes, because this quote, this is actually an excerpt from the chapter, And this whole chapter, I was like underlining and writing in the margins because I thought it was such a huge lesson, right? It's really, it's big, big, big if you really think about it, about how grateful you are and its relation to how much money you then will have. So the first quote is from the book, from The Magic, is no matter your current situation, the very thought that you don't have enough money is being ungrateful for the money you do have. Okay, let's stop. I'm going to stop and I'm going to read it again. I want you to listen to it as I'm reading it, like really listen to it. Don't pay attention to whatever face I'm making or whatever. Maybe shut your eyes because I really want you to get this. No matter your current situation, the very thought that you don't have enough money is being ungrateful for the money you do have. Okay, you can open your eyes if you closed your eyes. Literally, dude, this is huge. If you're thinking about I don't have enough because you're thinking this way, you are not thinking present, and you are not remaining present with the idea that you do have some money. Right? If you don't have a dime, like literally, if you don't have a dime to your name and yet are sitting in a house or watching me on an electronic device, possibly with Wi-Fi, already you have something to be grateful for, right? Like just us having this experience right here means that there is something to be grateful for. And if you are not grateful for this, you are not going to be grateful. You are not going to get more money because you're not even grateful for what do you have. Quote number 2. Life has many lessons to teach. Sometimes we find ourselves focusing only on the challenges. Taking time to focus on gratitude can truly manifest a great change in your life and perspective. Me. I keep getting my mind blown that I keep looking for quotes to correlate, and there it is. Because everything begins with gratitude. Everything begins with gratitude. And we have to remember that. And it has to do with everything. I'm not saying every day begins with gratitude as it ought to, right? I'm saying everything begins with gratitude. So for every experience that you are having, every moment that you are having an experience, the first thing that you need to stop and do is be grateful for it. Be grateful that it's happening. Be grateful that you're having it. Be grateful you're able to withstand it. Be grateful that, and I'm not really big on the there but for the grace of God, like I'm not big on that gratitude. That's like backhanded gratitude. That's kind of like, oh, your life is awful. I'm glad I don't have that life. That's not where we're going with this. It's I am grateful for the life that I have. I am grateful for the experiences that I have. I am grateful for the everything. And then here's my thought. This is like the big thought, right? When my mind just started going was the questions list, right? Did you have food? Did you have a home? Did you receive an education over many years? Do you have school books? Did you have clothes for your back? Like the list kept going, like all the things that actually you've had leading up to today, like everything every dollar that has ever been spent on anything that you have ever experienced leading up to today. Holy crap. Start doing the math. You have received a lot in your life. There are many dollars to be grateful for. It was huge. It was huge for me. I just thought it was just, it's like, dude. So this whole practice of putting the Post-it note on your dollar and carrying it around and like saying, thank you for every dollar that I've ever received in my life. This is a thing. I've done it different ways. Sometimes I'll put it on $100 bill. I might do that again. I think I might go get $100. I go to the bank and I get them to give me a really beautiful, crisp $100 bill. And then I put that with the sticky note on my altar. Then it's really, really brings it home, right? When you're looking at that. If you can't do 100, do a 50. I love $50 bills because you really notice when you spend them because they look so different than everything else. They're 50. And people don't know. Now, my husband, she doesn't like them at all because she says she forgets and she gives him a 50 and she really meant to give him a 20. I was like, yeah, except they don't look alike. Not anymore. I could see it before. That's part of the reason why they changed the bills, right? Also, everybody else's money was prettier than ours. But excuse me, visually, all the money is exactly the same. So it was like the 100, the 50, the 20. They were all, 10, blah, blah. They all looked exactly alike. They just had different numbers on them. So if the numbers didn't mean anything to you, you wouldn't really know what you were spending. So blue one, pink one, that green and yellow one, peach, right? Kind of like that rosy pink versus that salmon pink versus the, come on, man. I know all the money. Plus, I used to work in a bank. So I had to know all the money because I had to know what I was looking at when people were handing it to me. But anyway. So this is really big deal. I just really want you to understand what is so huge about this day, this chapter, this thing. I want you to think about this and do it all day long. Really do this thing and do it all day long and then do it. It sits on my altar. So I see it every morning and evening and all throughout the day because it's in my office, right? So, well, it's on my altar in my office, I should say. I have altars all over my house, but it's on my altar in my office. So I see it all day. And every time I see it, I stop, I pick it up and I say, thank you for every dollar that I have ever received in my entire life. I'm years old, so it's a lot of dollars. I'm just saying. Today's stone, red calcite. I need to figure out a new way. Maybe I'll just start putting up slides with the pictures on them. Maybe. So, red calcite. Stop pretending. I am grateful for the abundance and prosperity in my life. Red calcite can be used to activate a millionaire mindset. Pay attention. Reset your core beliefs surrounding money, wealth, and prosperity. So if you're telling me I'm grateful for the money I have and I'm grateful for more, now we got something to say, right? We're not saying we don't want more just because we're grateful for what we have. We're saying I'm grateful for what I have and I'm grateful for the more that I get. So if we are trying to shift our thoughts around money, if we're trying to change the energy that we have around money, it's like, woo, nope, I'm feeling really good about money. I feel really good about the money I have. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm sitting here on my computer with all these lights in my studio, in my house, blah, blah, blah. I can keep, you can take your experience and microtize it to the very I am breathing air space, right? Health, that was yesterday. You can get really what do they call it? Granular around it. And the easiest way to do that, add a stone. There's a stone for that. So get this stone, red calcite. BT dubs, there will be a list at the end. I will probably, write the list, and you can ask me for it, email me for it, ask me to email it to you. Anyway, red calcite, hold it in your hand. This is what I do. I hold it in my hand. Hold the dollar in my hand, and then I sit in that space. Sometimes, particularly if it's the $100 bill, this is when that millionaire mindset reset gets in there, right? If we're creating a millionaire mindset, it is not the mindset of people who are millionaires now. Like, we're not trying to get into the mindset of someone else. What we are looking to get into is the mindset of being a millionaire. Like, what does that feel like as you being a millionaire? Not as anybody else being a millionaire. Not like, how did they decide that they were going to be a millionaire and think about it. Yes, it is helpful to learn from other people. I clearly would never tell you as a teacher that you should never listen to other teachers. What I'm going to say to you is what I am talking about, and what we are looking at focusing on is creating the mindset of being someone with $1 million or more. What does it mean to be Robin as a millionaire? What does it mean to be you as a millionaire? Questions. I can't answer that for you. You have to answer it. What I can tell you is get you some red calcite so you can start working on how that feels. Get that sticky note on that dollar if that's what you've got. If you don't have a dollar but you've got 2 quarters, start somewhere. Thank you for every dollar I have ever received in my entire life. Red calcite. That's it for today. So I forgot to remind you yesterday, but I'm going to remind you today. If you are watching this and it is morning, then that means I will probably be on Clubhouse at 9:30 Central Standard Time talking about the magic and the crystals. Come dialogue with me. It doesn't matter what day you're on. In the meantime, I want to remember you are illimitable. So go out and create a life that rocks. I love you. I will see you tomorrow, and I'm very grateful for you.